I'm playing Stanley
All his
Parable.
co-workers were
I'm
gone.
spooked.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
We got ominous music playing.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Alright.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Dude, don't
Feeling
get
a wave
fired.
of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
This is weird.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover
There's
not
nothing
an
here.
indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was called
There's
by a
nothing.
keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret pin number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known it. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
This is weird. Oh, I didn't check over there. Oh no. Eee. Loading, 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 loading. I don't like this. Can I go back up? No? Alright.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Mind control. Escape. I want to do what the dude is telling me. I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna do what he's telling me. I don't want to make him angry.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he
No, let me go.
find out?
No, I want to go. I don't want to go there. I don't want to go over here. Please. Please. Alright. On.
Now the monitors jumped to life.
427, because that's the one that I. 427.
Stanley's co-worker.
That's my
The
room.
lives of so many
The one in like the
individuals
center.
images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Alright. Cool. Elevator.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
What's happening?
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable.
Never.
Wasn't it?
Unthinkable.
Was it even possible?
It's not
Had
even
he truly
possible.
spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
I mean, I can't see, so I think I am blind.
The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions.
Facility power.
Happy or sad.
I'm gonna go nanny
or
this man.
content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place.
10.
And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power.
Big
over
button,
another
big
human
button,
life.
big button. Okay.
For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Other button. I want to see what all these buttons are. Home. Yeah, that's where I want to go. Take me there. Ooh, power. Off. No? Alright. Okay. Okay. Home. Okay. Guess I'm going into this power room.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
So off? Oh, jeez. I don't like this. Oh, I can still move. What's that noise, Hal?
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty.
No, there's something over there.
Was it over?
Nope.
Yes. He had won. He had
I
defeated
won?
the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away.
Take me.
And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened,
Whoa.
Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand,
I don't want to go down.
but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go,
Whoa.
or how to feel.
It's
Whatever life he
pretty.
lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Time to skedaddle.
Stanley felt the
Oh, this is a
cool breeze
cutscene.
upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Oh yeah, Stanley. I beat the game? Cool. I feel like I didn't. There were a lot more options. Oh, why do I want to do this? Eee. Oh, why am I back? Can I just not leave this room? Okay.
The meeting room. Yes, that's where everyone would be. Stanley just needed to get to the meeting room, and from then on, he would never be alone ever again.
It skips some dialogue. Also, I'm not listening to you anymore. Fine, I'm fine with that. Yep. Just close the doors, go back to work. Bye. I just want to go back to work. Nope, let me go back. Nope, let me go back. Please. I want back in. Alright, guess I'm gonna have to do that some other time. Open sesame. Open sesame. Open sesame. Alright, I'm here. What's poppin'?
Stanley came to a set of two open doors. He entered the door on his left.
No, I'm good.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Give me the cup.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No.
Stanley was so bad at following directions.
Do not lie. If you are lying right now, stop. Oh, I like that one. So where am I going? Oh, alright. Open sesame? No.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story is... What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
Yes.
I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
What if I don't wanna?
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
No.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
No. I
I
didn't.
still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
No.
All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
Alright, don't. Oh, what's this?
You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was
Yes.
it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees?
Yeah,
Work
skill
with me,
trees,
you've given me
bro.
absolutely nothing so
Give me a
far.
car.
Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback.
Alright.
There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
No. I don't like you.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you
It
say
wasn't
that the
a
game
new
benefited
version.
from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for
No.
some real critical feedback here.
No.
One? I mean, I can understand if you had reservations, you saw ways the game could be improved to more fully express itself mechanically and artistically, but a one? That's not even helpful. What am I supposed to do with that? I guess it isn't my place to judge.
You're mean.
Here, based
Door.
on data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
If I don't want to go through that door. Good old Neil. Skinny gonna. Whoa. Where am I? Oh. I'm doing the worst? Okay. A dead rat? So I'm worse than a dead rat? I haven't been playing this game for 7 hours. 2 seconds? Okay. I don't want to go through that door. I want to go through the left one. Oh.
Now, Would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
No, you called me the worst.
I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you?
Sure.
Let me boot it up.
You mean loading, 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 loading.
In this game,
Oh.
towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective?
No.
Be sure to keep notes on your experience. You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me?
I don't like
If it's
you.
the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out, I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game, just to ease the pain? Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Yo, let's play Fortnite, my man. Loading, 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 loading. Bro, no way. Yeah, I'll play
One
this.
thing you've always desired, a game I had absolutely nothing to do with. But is it enough?
Yes, this will be enough.
Never be
Take me. I want to play this.
I'm done making things for you. From now on, I will only create to fulfill a greater artistic purpose. Watch this, Stanley. I'm going to build a house.
Where? Oh.
This will go here. No, here. And then...
He's playing Minecraft, bro.
Let's see, what does it need? Yes, of course. And just to finish it all off, yes, it's complete. I made this, Stanley. Look at it. Gaze upon my work of art and feel ashamed at your own inadequacy. But you've only seen it from the outside. You've only gotten half the experience. Please, step inside and make yourself comfortable.
Oh yeah. I am so comfortable. I love this.
Wait, that's it. We must rebuild it out of diamond. Diamond everything. Yes. Come along, Stanley. We have to go mining.
We're mining? Bro, Minecraft. They even got the Minecraft tunes. Minecraft.
Oh my, it looks like it's going to get a bit dark. Have you brought a light?
No. Do you have a light? Mushroom. Minecraft.
No, this is far more open-ended than I had in mind. I'm looking for something more narrow and linear. Something that makes you feel utterly irrelevant. This won't do at all. 1 out of 5. Even the diamonds couldn't save this one. Okay, new game.
Aw. Loading. Let me guess, Snake. I'd like to play Snake. That would be pretty epic. Where am I?
Yes! I don't even know what this game is, but I love it. You, trapped in a glass box with no way out, listening to me talk. Oh, it's inspired. I couldn't have done it any
The paper!
myself. What is this game even supposed to be? I can't figure it out. Okay, now I'm curious.
Ja, I don't want it. Give me the toilet. I'll take this. 0 to 19. Operator? Ba-ba-da-ba. I like this.
Oh, it's a puzzle. Critical thinking, Stanley. Your forte.
It didn't work. Oh.
Genius.
Can I take it? No. Where'd my thing go? Nope. Where'd my thing go? No, it's gone. I'm playing Portal.
Actually, you know what? I think that's plenty. I really don't care much to see you stumble through any more of these games.
Ah! Where am I? Work in progress. Did I leave him? Is he gone? Filing cabinet. I won't go through there. It's really dark. I'm scared. Oh, can I go? Please. Oh, there's a light. Hello, Mr. Light. Yo, my guy, can you talk to me? I don't know where I am. Ah! Free falling. Oh, I'm in a room. Right? Wow. More doors. Yes. Ah, I see. Is this the red door? Oh, hallway. Okay. Oh, lights. Where do I go? Ah, what happened?
I wonder what he found.
What
If
did
what
I
he wanted
find?
was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's
Oh,
happy
I'm in
with
his.
choice,
I'm in his
and if he's
perspective.
learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world.
You're a narrator.
Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon.
Ah,
I can wait.
you can. Oh, the end is never the end is never the end is never the end is never the end is the end is never the end is never the end is never the end is never the end is never. I'm back, baby. The kid from Brooklyn. All right, where do? Nope, I want to work. I want to work. I remember I said this. I want to work. Let me work, sir. I want to work. Oh, I got an achievement.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go any way except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy.
I am happy.
I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
Oh. Okay. The end is never the end is never the end is never the end is never the end. The end is never the end is never the end is never the end is. Oh, I'm back. That's a scam, diddly scam.
Stanley knew the office layout like the back of his hand. It was only a matter of time before he found the others, wherever they were. Just a matter of time. When Stanley came to a set of two
No.
open, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow, yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
Take me away.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
I did it! The end is never, the end is never, the end is never, the end is never, the end is never. Alright, let's go.
Yes,
if I like climb something,
Stanley just
I want to
needed
get
to
up there.
to the meeting room, and from then on, he would never be alone ever again.
Alright. How do I get over there? Oh. What do I... What do you... Oh! I've done it! I climbed the desk. Let's go back. Alright. How do I climb again? There we go. Oh, so close. Come on. There we go. Escape! Freedom!
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map, until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
No, I want to stay here.
Then in that case, we'll continue. But now, here comes the real question. What do you think would have happened if you had told me that you wanted this to stop? Do you think it would have been particularly different? Would I have taken the same idea but rephrased it superficially to fit that answer? Perhaps you never would even have thought of it if I hadn't brought up the issue in the first place. Oh, now think about it. Will it be worth it for you to restart and then come back here just to do the other option? Clearly, this whole gag takes some time.
Stop! I'm being bullied.
How long will you spend in total just to have heard all the narration? Oh, and Mrs. Rich, perhaps you've just played the other option, and now you've come to see what happens in this one. So, what do you think? Which choice was the better one?
I need you to
Imagine
stop.
if you had selected continue on your first playthrough, how tantalizing it would be not knowing what happens when you pick the other option. Indeed, you are one of the lucky ones. Though if the other option is really miserable to listen to, then perhaps you're not. In fact, I'm just going to say that no one who's listening to this is lucky. Well now, I've built up the other option so much that I'm going to stop talking and leave you to your decision whether to come back here, continue with the game, or just sit in this spot forever and ever. Cheers.
Now I want to go do the second option. It's alright, let me do it. Alright, let's go. 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 Alright, Oh man, this guy's bullying me. Let's go.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
It's gotta be on this little, like, peg thing. There we go. Auga. Here we go. Bye.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along.
You need to stop bullying me.
For its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
Yes.
Well, I don't know how to say this politely, but you could literally just hit escape and restart the game any old time you want. Like, right now. You could have done it just then. Now would also be an appropriate time to quit. Any of these points and so many, many more, all of them are appropriate. I'm enjoying what seems to be an internal conflict going on where you are literally unable to act on your own desires to restart the game. So, just to push the envelope, I'm going to try and make this as miserable as possible and see how long you can maintain.
Oh no. Don't sing, please.
There once was a man named Stanley, who people considered so manly. But the truth must be told, he was not very old and was quite particularly gangly. What Stanley liked most was buttons. He pushed them like some kind of glutton. He did it all day in a meaningful way, but his brain had long ceased to function. Which is why he is in this parable. And
Stop.
lives an existence quite terrible. And if you are not strong
I don't like
and
you.
keep playing along, you too will become quite unbearable. You too will become quite unbearable.
Stop. Are you done? He's actually pretty good. I'm fine with this. This is a tune I can groove to. Oh yeah, I forgot. Is he just gonna keep playing? I think so. Well, if there was anything, I guess I'm not gonna see it because that would take way too long. What happened?
A soft wind blew outside and perhaps rain started, and if it did, it stopped shortly after. Stanley hoped that he would one day see weather.
What did you do to this place? There's papers everywhere. I hate Mondays. Oh, Garfield's in my office. Oh no, Garfield, please. I'm gonna go through the red door when he asks me to.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. What but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Oh, he's getting more
Stanley was
impatient
so bad
with
at
me.
following directions, it's incredible he wasn't
He's
5
saying
years ago.
different dialogue. Oh no, mister, please.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
I
You're
realize
being
that investing your
mean.
trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Okay.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you
What
see
are you
that
doing
it's
to
true,
me?
Stanley? I just
Stop.
wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped.
Okay,
And
I'll stop.
Well, I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
Okay, I'll go through the door. Loading, 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 loading. Why do you have to be such a meanie?
What do we want? What are we looking for?
Light? Light. Okay. Weather. I want weather. Give me the weather. Oh.
Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it?
I want weather.
Just stay right here, right in this moment with this place. Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
This is cool. Yo, my guy. Can I just stay here? What's down here? No. Yeah, let's go. Whoa! Alright, bye.
Where are you going?
I'm going to the moon. Take me to the moon.
Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this. Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
I don't want to be a mean guy. Okay, I'll go down. Let me in. Let me in. Come on, please, I want to go in. I'll go back. I'll go back. I don't want to die. I want to be friends. Let's be friends. Oh, I have to do it. Oh no, there's no other option. Down? No. Okay. I'm sorry, Mr. Mans. But I gotta skedaddle.
Please, Stanley.
Cowabunga!
Oh, thank God. No. What are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
Alright, fine, I'll go back.
See? This is what you want. This is where we can both be happy. We really can. If we stop moving, we just have to stop moving.
I don't want to stop moving. I want to keep moving. Fine. Alright, I'm going back to the stairs. I'm sorry, Mr. No Happiness,
Stanley,
but, you know...
Go back. There's nothing good that can come from this.
I'm sorry, mister.
Do you just not believe me? What can I say to convince you?
Give me a fudge sundae. Oh, that'll convince me. Come on, Mr. Mans.
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that? My God. Is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You were literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
No, I don't want to make you sad.
Maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask.
No, we can get
Looks
along.
like you wanted to. Do you actually want to stay alive? Or are you just teasing me? I wanted us to be happy here, Stanley. I really did. I wish I still thought that was possible.
No, it can be possible. Come on. It's just that nothing's happening here. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I feel bad. I'm sorry. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm.
Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
No, you're making me cry. Why? 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 I'm back. Are you still angry at me?
How long was I sitting there? Stanley wondered to himself. Minutes? Days? Centuries? Did something crucial happen while my senses were turned? He made a note to be more careful with time from now on.
I want to go see
Stanley
what that
came to a
escape
set of
thing
two
does.
open doors. He entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley
I wanna
walked
go down.
upstairs to his boss's office.
No, I'm going down.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any
No,
logical sense.
stop.
And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it.
I'm crazy?
Dreaming,
Oh.
he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a
I'm
relief Stanley
dreaming?
felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
I'm floating.
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
It's
Now
my
the voice is describing
consciousness.
itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd, and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be?
This
Was
isn't a
Stanley simply
dream?
deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now,
Oh,
hearing
no.
the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of the world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want.
I don't want to push the buttons.
I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Voice, are you okay? I'm back, baby. The kid from Brooklyn.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And black.
Okay. Cool. Neat. Haha. Hee hee.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Mariella?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better.
What?
Then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Oh, okay. So I died? Was that a dream, or... like... Huh. Okay. Well, I think that's where I'm gonna end. I don't know. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I think that's where I'm gonna end. Achievements. Achievement. This is an achievement. Okay. 430. Click on door 430 5 times. 88888888888. Unachievable. It is impossible to get this achievement. Beat the game. Complete the Stanley Parable. You can't jump. No, seriously, we disabled it. Welcome back. Quit the game and then start it again. Alright. Yeah, that's where I'm gonna end. Goodbye. I think I might start posting more, but epic. Pog.